Hey everybody, my name is Russ. That is Lauren. It is Sunday, our vinyl day here on the Infectious Groove Music Channel. We do have more Record Store Day stuff coming up in the coming weeks, so please make sure to check back for the channel. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and make sure to check back every Sunday for our vinyl videos with the Record Store Day coverage coming up. We always have reaction videos for you. And then please make sure to watch our music discussion videos on Thursdays as well, because we have a lot of fun with those. Regarding today, this is the continuing journey of me picking up the Prince reissues that I want. And it's fun for me for this series of records because I would consider you to be a Prince casual fan at best. Like, I don't think he's ever done anything that you don't like, but I think he's done a ton of stuff that you hadn't heard before I played it for you.
That's fair. Yes, I'm a very casual Prince fan.
And today I think is a no exception. There's so much music on this particular record that I don't think you'd ever heard before. Prince's 1987 double LP masterpiece, Sign of the Times. There are some circles where people will make a heavy argument for this being the best record Prince ever released, and you catch me on the right day and I can't really argue with you. I mean, it's just a masterpiece. So today we're going to talk about what we think of the reissue that's been out for a couple of years now. Sony is really been doing a great job, which is not a sentence I say very often, with a lot of the Prince issues. I don't really want to get into the whole vault issue and all that, which, by the way, with this record in particular, there's nothing to complain about. There's an 11 LP version of it if you would like to pick that up.
Excuse me?
So yeah, it's got a unreleased concert and all sorts of demos and remixes and stuff. And
is it excessive?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But then again, I'm a big enough Prince fan to where I'm like, give me all of that. You know, they keep releasing these 9, 10, 11 LP box sets, and I've bought every one of them when they come out. But again, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know I sold my big, huge vinyl collection. So in rebuying this stuff, I've been checking out these reissues from Sony of the core albums themselves. As far as packaging goes, I think I've actually seen people. I try not to be like insulting. I think people not knowing what they're talking about with the original, and a lot of people have dogged this this reissue from Sony for not being a gatefold. The original pressing wasn't a gatefold. So I feel like, as a Prince fan, if they had made it a gatefold, I would be like, this is not a reissue of the original record. You have changed this and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So I don't mind that it's not gatefold because the original wasn't.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I wonder why do you think people think they know a thing that they don't know?
Because the internet.
Is this a Mandela effect?
No, because the internet.
Okay.
No, there's people that are like mad that they didn't put it in a gatefold, even though like either they don't know that the original wasn't, or they're just complaining just to complain, which is because of the internet.
Okay.
So, which you're never going to believe this, but I do have something to complain about as far as the inner sleeve situation goes.
Oh boy.
I know. It'll be a quick one. But packaging, to me, it looks every bit like the original that I used to have. The only difference between this and the original pressing that I can remember, well, there's two differences. One, the original pressing that I used to own had a postcard, which was a big thing in the 80s that you could send away for like a Prince like info letter or something that's not in there, which kind of makes sense. Like, there's no need to reprint that, really. You know,
what if I want the info letter?
Yeah, if it was still available. And then the other thing that's weird is the original version of the record had printed inner sleeves, which we've talked about this a lot on the channel. That was like an 80s thing. Okay. And in the new album, they include reproductions of those, and then they give you extra sleeves, and the extra sleeves are just paper sleeves. And it's like, if you were going to put the records in paper sleeves, just put them in the printed paper sleeves. That, you know what I mean? Like, because I've seen reissues where they'll include the printed sleeve, like the parts of the Stevie Nicks box set were like this, where they include the original printed sleeve and then they include a rice paper sleeve because they're like, well, it shouldn't have been released in that paper sleeve, you know, which is true, right? But then in this one, they were like, here's the printed sleeves. And then, because I pulled out the other one, I was like, oh, neat. They gave me, oh, no. And it was that's just, I'm not even doing my usual bit where I complain, like, which, by the way, side note, don't ever put your records in paper sleeves. I'm not even doing that bit. It's just why? Do you know what I mean? Like just put
Why
it,
the extra?
Yeah, just put it in the
Yeah.
the printed paper sleeves then, you know? So that's weird. Sound wise, I think Sign of the Times is produced within an inch of its life. Like it is, this is well into Prince doing whatever he wants to at his house at all hours of the day. And I think that that comes into play here on this record, one sound wise, because he knew his way around. Well, first of all, the production studio is literally in his house, and the dude knew his way around production. I think there's stuff on, well, I think a lot of Sign of the Times, you could release it today and tell people, oh, Prince is still alive. And he just released this, recorded all this new music, and nobody would have any reason to doubt it. You know, even we've talked on the channel before about like the quote Minneapolis sound. There's not a lot of Minneapolis sound on this. Like this is all different stuff.
Yeah.
Now I have to say, and we don't do a lot of reviewing of the actual record, and this next part's not going to be in depth or anything, but what were your thoughts on how wildly diverse this record is?
Oh yeah, it's great. Like you'll hear one thing, and then the next song will follow it, and it'll sound like nothing what came before it, and like you don't know what to expect as you're going through this entire.
And somehow it's still cohesive, which is weird. You know, like I don't, weird's not even the right word, but it's just like, I don't know what, and now that could be familiarity. Like I've heard this a billion times. And so, like, for example, when I saw Prince, in concert in 2016, third or fourth song he did Sign of the Times. And when he was done with that song, I just assumed Playing the Sunshine was coming next, you know, and then when he didn't, I was wildly upset.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't often draw this parallel, but I'm totally going to. That kind of thing where you can have such a diverse amount of music on an album, I think I'm also used to as the Weird Al Yankovic fan that I am.
Right.
His albums wildly all over the place, but they always still make sense together. And so I think part of that just has to do with knowing how to sequence things.
Right.
And,
for sure.
You know what I mean? So
This
you can
record is
make
perfectly sequenced.
things that are different make sense if you sequence them properly.
I could not disagree, or could not agree more.
Could not disagree less.
Yeah, I could not disagree less. By the way, internet, it's couldn't care less, not could care less. I just thought I'd throw that out there
because that means you do care at least a little.
Yeah, while I was correcting myself, I thought I'd throw it out there. Price. Here's where we get into the goodness here. Price and value. Holy cow. The price on this, $35.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This much Prince music for $35, you have stolen music for that price. It is, to think that there are other albums out there by more recent artists that are not half as good as one side of this album that are currently being sold for double at, I don't know, let me pull a store out of the blue here. Target will say whole end caps of this artist. It's insane to me that you can walk into a record store in the year of our Lord 2024 and for $35 walk out with 2 LPs of some of the greatest music recorded in the 80s. That's insane. Now, when we come to value, I think I've made it clear that I think this record's worth $35. But for someone like you who is Prince adjacent, I feel, and there's that, like, You Got the Look was a hit, but I don't think you ever even heard You Got the Look before.
I'll tell you that I don't love that song.
No, I know. But,
I know. What I'm saying is, if that
what
was,
I'm saying is, well, that was the lead single.
Right, that wouldn't have made me buy this. I'm putting myself in time.
If I had played the rest of this record for you and said, by the way, you can walk in somewhere and get this for $35, you would probably go buy this record for $35.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me put it this way. Purple Rain is under half the runtime of this record, and it's 25 or 30. You know what I'm saying? For $5 more, you're getting
It's a bargain.
double that. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, this isn't just a value. This is like, if we ever start a bargain bin series on the channel, Sign of Times is going on there. This record should be $50 easy. Easy. Even with the paper sleeves situation.
The whole situation there.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm a long time Prince fan. We've talked about Prince so much on the channel. Like, it's going to come as a surprise to nobody that I would be like, oh, you should run out and buy this. But, you know, if you're watching this, if you're a viewer of the channel and you're like Lauren, you know, Dove's Crying, 1999, and you know, Diamonds and Pearls and that stuff, and you don't know a lot of this record, go listen to a lot of this record. Like, it's It's so good. And the fact, like, this is one of those things I would almost give people a blind buy guarantee. Like, if you blind buy this for $35 and you can honestly tell me that there's not $35 worth of value here, I will buy your copy off of you and give it to someone who knows what they're talking about.
And he'll do it swiftly.
Good one. Good one. That was on target. So my name is Russ. That is Lauren. If you are here for the vinyl videos, please make sure to check out our music discussion videos all through the week as well. And on Saturday, our reaction videos. And if you would please make sure to share this out into Prince groups or out on social media. Or, at a bare minimum, please hit the like button, because I know you hear it in every video, but I swear it really does help. Make sure to stick around for the Record Store Day videos that are coming up soon. And if you have any records or anything you'd like us to review on the channel, drop a comment and let us know. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.